All right, so I get asked the question a lot, like, Jamal, how do you make money in real estate? And the first thing I say is, the way you don't make money is by leaving your money in the bank just sitting there, right? And allowing the bank to take your money and invest it. You make money by taking what you have, right? And taking that money and investing in it in properties that's like this, properties that's boarded up. This is a property that I bought. So instead of my money just sitting in the bank, not making me anything, I put it into this property, and then now this property is going to bring about a harvest. And then you take that money and you do it all over again. All right, so here's some quick tips that I want to leave you guys. All right, I'm always looking for the wow factors, right? And so will your buyers, right? We want to become rich doing this. We want to make money. The reason we're getting into real estate, of course, we want to give families a great home. We want to be able to create a vision for the property and give them a nice, comfortable place to live in. But also, we want to make sure that we're able to get this property sold quick. Why? Because that's us getting our money back so that we can reinvest it and do it again for another family. So look, the thing that's gonna make your houses sell quick, right, is what I call the wow factors. You have to have the wow factors. All right, you just can't renovate a property and make it into a box. So let me show you what I mean by wow factors. All right, so the second a person walks into this door, I want them to look right at this staircase right in front of them. When I first bought the property, the staircase was all the way to the back of the house and it was actually enclosed, right? So you never even saw the staircase. But now I said, no, I want to make it where a family can walk in, see the staircase, and I wanted it to be open to give more space, all right? That's the wow factor. Something else that's different with this house than any other house in the community is I do what's called wainscoting all around the house. This is something that you see that's different. And wainscoting is something that you'll see in a lot of older homes in Chicago. You'll see them in New York. You see them in some different other cities also. But it just gives something different. And so that's something that I definitely look for, because when you have several different houses all for sale in the same community, what's going to separate your property from everybody else's? I need you to think about that. You have to separate yourself. What's going to make a person say, you know, I know we saw 4 or 5 properties today, but that one property, it had a little bit something different. It had that wow factor, right? That's what I'm gonna keep talking about. So even with this, I wanted to make it where a family here in the living room, where they'll be able to just look up and see this open staircase leading up to the master suite. See, I didn't say master bedroom, I said master suite. That's another wow factor. Something else now, if you just look, you can look from the front to the back of the house. It's the open concept. And I think a lot of times, a lot of properties, you know, especially older properties, they've always been sectioned off, where you have the living room in this part of the house. You got the kitchen back there. And so if you were doing entertaining, now it's kind of like it's separated. You got the guys in the front and the women in the back. But no, I want it where, you know, this is 2021 now. Everybody is kind of in the open space. So now when you're doing entertainment, everybody can kind of enjoy in what's going on. That's another wow factor. Let me show you another one. Light fixtures. Light fixtures are huge, and it's something that don't cost a lot of money. You can go to you can look online and find different kind of light fixtures. But the thing about it, you have to make sure they all flow. If you look at the entry light, it flows with the light in the dining room. And then if you look at the metal that's going around, it flows in the staircase. So you have to make sure that you are putting all of these things together. These little things will help sell your property faster than any other house in the community. And because it's a little something different, people will pay you a little bit more for what you have in your property. Come on. Here in the kitchen, I have what I like to say, I always put a peninsula in my kitchen. Why? so that you can have a couple different bar stools or seating right here so that when you're entertaining, they're not cut off from it. So they still have a dining room table, but yet you have a couple extra seats that go here. It's just another little wow factor that you want to put in your property. So while you're coming up with the vision of your property, I want you to take the time to sit down and say, what wow factors can I come up with? What's gonna be different? You can go research properties on the internet, go research properties that sold at the maximum amount of the communities you're investing in, and take little ideas. Take little ideas from each property and then add it to your own, whatever your vision is. And I guarantee you, these little tips will have your property sell quick. So here's another wow factor. Most of the properties in this community, the second floor was considered attic space. And when I actually purchased this property, there was no one living up there. They were just using it as storage. But let me show you what I did to it. So what I did here, remember, the open concept. Not only did I want to do the open concept downstairs, but even with the staircase, I wanted it to be open so that as you're going up the stairs, you're able to still look downstairs and still see whoever's down there and they're able to see you. As you're walking up, you're not enclosed and feel secluded. You can still look through the wrought iron railings that we have in here. So this is what I like to call the master suite, right? And so even in the master suite, I gave them a sitting room. I took this attic and created a master suite so that now a family, they could whoever the husband and wife, they could get away from the kids, right? So this whole area up here was considered the master suite. Another wow factor for a family to consider before purchasing your property. Yeah, so even up here, like I said, this is probably the 5th or 7th, 10th wow factor that I'm giving you guys right now. So this bathroom didn't exist up here. We put another bathroom here, so now this property now has, actually is 3 full bathrooms that were given to families. So you don't have to walk up and down the stairs to use the washroom. Then it's not just enough to give them an extra bathroom, but then the amenities in it. I wanted to give us a walk-in shower, something that you normally don't see in this community when some of the bathrooms here. Also, I have a soaker tub that I put right in the front of the bathroom. So the second you walk in, it's like your eyes are drawn straight to the bathtub. And then I put a light fixture over it to draw your eyes in. So it's just another wow factor, guys. And even though you're gonna put bathtubs, you're gonna put showers, it's not always about what you put, but how you put it. So remember, wow factors are huge when it comes to resale value and when it comes to how long your property is still on the market. All right, so again, how do you make money in real estate? It's simple. Identify the right investment in the right community on the right block. Take that property and give it your vision. You're the only person that can give it that vision. Give it that vision. And then after you give it that vision, create the wow factor, right? Create the wow factor. And then once you create the wow factor, go in and execute on that vision. Guys, this is all about wealth creation, and wealth is built over time. So this is going to take time, but if you keep repeating the process, you keep doing the necessary steps that it'll take, you will become wealthy in real estate. It doesn't take a lot of money to invest in real estate. Promise you, I did not have a lot of money when I first started. But what I did have was a lot of vision. I had a lot of grit. I had a lot of determination. I wanted it. And then now that grit, that determination, that faith I had, that vision, now has become someone else's reality. So on this property right here that I told you I bought for $40,000, I bought this property for $40,000. I put $80,000 into it. And then now I have a contract on this property. This property is sold. A family is actually moving in this property next week. I sold this property for $290,000. Guys, that's $170,000 profit. So you ask me, how can you become rich in real estate? I'm not talking about riches, because riches is not enough. The question should be, how do you become wealthy in real estate? Because after I make that $170,000 net profit from this property, I'm taking that money and I'm rolling it over to another property in the same community. And then I'm gonna keep doing it. And that's all I've done over time. I created wealth over the last 20 years in real estate. And I promise you, if you just go ahead and understand this concept, if you take this knowledge and you create these wow factors and you create your vision, I promise you, you will be able to do the same. But you gotta start with the first one.